I will explain what all this political ideology means on here for you. You have another assignment that's in here that's referred to as political ideology. Your next step is going to be to open this up, and you'll see a bunch of different topics listed. And um, as you read your survey, you may have come across some questions and maybe weren't really of that great interest to you, but you may have read some and really kind of contemplated them, or some of them you read and said, wow, I really totally believe in that, or that's something I support, that's something I I know that that's something I'm going to continue to support. And that's what you're going to be doing on this next step. You're going to be opening this document that's called Political Ideology. And these are all different topics that are related to what was either on that survey or related that is just out there for you to have a stance on. Whether or not you want to say that, oh, I'm not involved in politics, politics are something that are going to be part of your life. And frankly, if you don't get involved with them, there's a saying by a philosopher, Pericles, that says, if you don't get involved with politics, politics are going to do you. So if you don't do politics, politics will do you. And getting involved and understanding will just make you a better whole individual. But figure out what your topics are, what your, I use the word jam, what your passion is, what your fire is, to get you to support potentially one of those movements that are listed. You're going to rank them. Once you come up with three of them, number one will be your most important. And then you're going to start to do a little bit of research and look for non governmental agencies that support your topic. Non governmental agencies are basically nonprofit organizations. You will be surprised once you start looking out there how many nonprofits are out there. Going back to this list, I want to show you some possibilities on here. There's so many on here. Abortion would fall under like women's rights. Clean air and water would fall under, say, environmental. You have education, and there's possibly pieces on here that aren't on topics that are not on here, and you want to ask or have them part of the list. So please bring it to my attention. I can add them, but this is your political ideology compass. Typically, when you start to see elections happen, you have candidates that bring up what they call a platform, and they're focusing on certain aspects of humanity, certain aspects that need improvements. Like, for instance, even like homelessness would even be an example. But when you start to talk about homelessness, like what is it that exactly is involved there? How could you, if that's your topic, your one that cause that you're passionate about, then how do you get involved with it to try and support it or to make changes with it? But again, a lot of different aspects on here that you'll find. Going back to this, on this, when you're working on it and coming up with it, you're going to look for these non-governmental agencies, and these non-governmental agencies that are the nonprofits. What did you find out about the organization would be one. What did you find out about their mission statement, maybe their purpose? If you wanted to volunteer with them, is that even possible? Yes or no? Does it involve travel? Would it be an organization that you would want to be part of? Let me talk about, like, for instance, two topics here. So if you want to talk about like environment, there are different organizations out there that if you want to support endangered species, if you want to plant a tree, there's organizations that have a movement and they have a goal to plant trees around the community, or say like in the Los Angeles area. There might even be a beach cleanup. That's something that you want to participate in. So you have a very broad list of topics that you could possibly participate in. The other one that I wanted to bring up to you beyond environment is for you to think about what these organizations would potentially do outside of this umbrella to help you participate them. So this is what the assignment looks like. You'll put your ideology, what the topic is, and then you'll fill these boxes in based on what you have completed. Therefore, your list is listed here as a link. Your list is also listed as a PDF in the assignment. So no shortage on finding your available topics. You'll have time tomorrow to work on this, but this is what the next steps will be taking you to.